So boys, in this video I want to talk to you a little bit about my journey. Obviously I started off 9 to 5, same as a lot of you guys watching this video, and I transitioned into appointment setting where I finally got a taste of freedom. Again, like I'm sure a lot of you guys in this video, I did a poll on my story the other day, and I think over 50% of all of my followers, we had like 100 people answer this poll. Over 50% of my followers are appointment setters. I think it was like 8% are business owners, maybe like 3% are closers, and then none of the above. That'll probably be the 9 to 5 people, right? So I went from 9 to 5 to appointment setting to business owner. I'm going to talk to you about like the journey that I've been on and why I actually made the transition from appointment setter to business owner. If appointment setting is such a good opportunity right now, why did I actually make that transition if I was already making good money for appointment setting? I'm going to talk to you about that in this video. So first of all, the transition for me, like the whole process, obviously I started in 2019 in appointment setting where I did door-to-door placements and I also did cold calling placements. For me, that acted as the foundation for everything that I've built up until now. From appointment setting to business, the foundation was door-to-door cold calling. That's where I built my skill set. I had someone message me the other day and asked me like, oh, what's my opinions on door-to-door sales? And I was like, bro, door-to-door sales is so fucking OP. That is where you're gonna build so much skills. Like, I mean, when I did door-to-door sales, everyone was always saying in the office, like my boss, like, oh, 6 months of door-to-door sales is more valuable than a degree, blah, blah, blah. And I obviously just sort of went in one ear and out the other. I still didn't think a degree was that valuable, but I also didn't think door-to-door sales was that valuable either. Until now, when I look back on that, I would not be here right now talking to you boys in front of this camera if there was no door-to-door sales, because that acted as my foundation. I learned so much doing that. It was a grind, it was character development, and it built my skill set. So door-to-door sales was amazing for me, and that was my foundation. Door-to-door sales, cold calling, it was going well. I was getting a lot better. I was improving. And then COVID hit. I was doing these for local companies, local home improvement companies. So when COVID hit, unfortunately, the offices got closed down and I was back to square one. I didn't have a job and I was broke and I was in COVID. Just the same way a lot of you guys, lost your job at COVID. That was me. During COVID, that is when, unfortunately, I had to take a step away from sales, and that's when I got into the slavery. There's going to be some people like commenting and getting triggered that the fact that I'm calling it slavery, but like pretty much, I will openly say, working at Amazon was glorified slavery. A lot of you boys that might have had friends that have worked at Amazon or something, that they'll tell you it's glorified slavery, but I'm telling you. So, I mean, I've actually got a picture here. So, this was my workstation at Amazon, right? So you can see here that there's a screen here. There's a screen here that you have to close. So I would stand here and you had to close both of these screens to separate you from the people around you. No talking or not, and you're just here on your own, 10-hour shifts, packing boxes, sliding it, packing boxes, sliding it, packing boxes, sliding it. I was pretty good. I was pretty quick, but that's what I had to do. That was what I had to do for 10 hours a day at Amazon. During peak times, like Christmas times and stuff, working 60 hours a week. I mean, that was my job at Amazon. So when I say it's, glorified slavery, like I ain't joking, boys. So at that point, I was working at Amazon. I also had a job at Nando's as well. And during that time frame, I was a little bit of a degenerate. I fell into mediocrity. I fell into the average lifestyle. I fell into the trap. The system had got me. I was comfortable. I was going to work. I sort of hated my life a little bit because Amazon was a bit dead, slavery. I was going to work. I was still training and stuff. But then at the weekends, I was going out every single weekend. But obviously, after COVID died down, I was going out every single weekend, Wetherspoons, clubbing, whatever it is, house party, I'm there. I'm on the motive every single weekend. It got to a point where it was I don't know what it was. I don't know what the click moment was, but it was just, you know what? This is bullshit. You know what? No, I do know what it was. I started reading. The first 3 books that I read were Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Compound Effect, and Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And when I read Can't Hurt Me, that's when it all flipped, because I was like, man, I'm leaving so much on the table. I'm not meant for this. I'm meant for more than this. That's when I started to fully commit to my grind, got into self-improvement, cut off the bad people around me, the bad influences in my social circle, cut off the dead weight friends. And that's when I fully committed to my grind. That's when I started getting gym, getting serious about my fitness. And then I met my mentor. And then as I tried throughout this period of working at Amazon, I tried different side hustles. My mentor told me, why don't you just get back into sales? You're already good at sales, you've got skills, why don't you get into sales? And that's when I got into high ticket appointment setting, but remotely. Instead of door to door, instead of cold calling, that's when I started handling these Instagram DMs and I quit my job. The story, you probably see my video where I quit my job within 3 weeks. That's when that happened, okay? Then I went into appointment setting. So this is the transition from slave to freedom, because appointment setting is great. It's not, you're not rich on appointment setting. It's not a get rich quick. You're not making crazy money. 5K a month is not a whole lot of money. That's 60 grand a year. It's more than I was making as a slave, but you're not rich. You are not financially free of 60 grand a year. So, which is more in dollars, by the way. This is pounds. I was enjoying life as an appointment setter. I was super grateful that I had freedom, but still, and also as well, when I first got into this journey and I was working at Amazon, what I tell myself is, I just wish I had a way that I could make a little bit of money online. I don't need to make a lot of money. Maybe I could make 1 to 2K a month and I could support myself working online. That'd be awesome. That was the dream. And then when I first started doing that, I soon realized that some of us are just we're just never satisfied, right? Some of us are just never satisfied, and that's me. Some people might think that's greedy, but I just think that, that's just the natural state of an entrepreneur mindset. Like, that's if you're like me and you've got entrepreneurship flowing through your veins, then you're never going to be satisfied, and there's always another mountain to climb, right? That fire inside of us as entrepreneurs is our gift from God, and it'd be foolish of us to ignore that, right? If we believe we've got more on the table, then why not push for more? So I was making good money as an appointment setter, but I wanted more. I had freedom, yes, but I didn't have generational wealth. I didn't have a crazy amount of money. I wasn't rich. And then, I had the freedom, I had a little bit of spare time, I had a little bit of extra money to be able to support myself moving forward. Now it's time to get rich. And even an appointment setting, you can scale this very high. The difference between a business and appointment setter is, businesses make people billionaires. There's no billionaire appointment setters, unfortunately. So that's when I made the transition to business, and that's why I made the transition. If you are a man that is just looking to support yourself, make 5 to 10K per month, you want freedom, appointment setting is still your best option. I would not recommend starting a business. But once you're at that point, that's when it's time to analyze. That's when it's time to analyze your situation. It's like, is this what I want to do, or do I want to push for more? And at that point, now it opens so many more doors where you can actually start your own business and push for more. Because my goal is not to cap out at 10K a month. Well, I've already surpassed that now with my own business. I want to get to 100K a month. Then I want to get to 200K a month. Then I want to get to 500K a month. I'm in this game of business. I'm trying to get rich. So the transformation was from slave to freedom to rich. Slave, freedom, rich. I wasn't satisfied at freedom because I want to be rich and free. And at the end of the day, as an appointment setter, you've still got to do the work. It's great, and I still 100% think that if you're a young guy, you don't have many skills, you should get into appointment setting. You should not start your own business. But for you guys that are successful appointment setters already, successful closers, or maybe you've just got maybe you just got a high paying job where you've got a little bit of freedom, it's not a bad job, but you're making 6 figures, but you want to push for more, then 100% boys, shoot me a message on Instagram if you need any help with that. Push to start your own business, and you won't regret it. It's so rewarding. And at the point where you've actually started your own business and you started to take off with your business, that's when you really can appreciate freedom. Appointment setting, you've got location freedom, time freedom, great. But you're not making money in your sleep. You've still got to do the work. As a business owner, you can make money in your sleep. I can come home from boxing tonight and be like, oh wow, bro's just made some sales. Oh, my team members just made some sales. My clothes just made some sales. Also, I don't have to trade my time for money. I don't even have to trade my skills for money. I use something called leverage, and that is why a business is so powerful. That was my transformation from slave to freedom to business owner. That's why I started my own business. And I started my own business because, again, I couldn't have gone straight from slave to business owner. Slave to rich. I couldn't have done that. The middle part of me appointment setting was a very necessary part of the plan, because that is where I built all of my skills, all of my foundation to then go and start my own business. Because I'd been working with some really high level companies and absorbing their business processes, their systems, what are they doing, what are they not doing, what works and what doesn't, and also building my client acquisition skills. That is what allowed me to start my own growth company. That's what allowed me to do that. The moral of the story is, boys, if you're, again, I've got so many successful appointment setters watching my YouTube videos and following my Instagram. So if that is you and this video has spoke to you a little bit and you're like, you know what, I'm meant for more, then yeah, shoot me a DM on Instagram and let's see if we can work together and I can help you actually transition from appointment setter / closer into your own high ticket growth business, so that we can scale you from 5 to 10K a month to 20 to 30K a month and beyond, right? This is where we're getting into the big boy money now, boys. Anyway, boys, this is my story, so hopefully you can take some value from this video. Again, I really don't want to inspire a load of people that don't have skills to start their own businesses, because it's not going to end well, in my opinion. I still highly recommend appointment setting if you don't have the skills yet. But if you are a successful appointment setter, then the option is always there to start scaling that even further, right? I hope this helped, boys. Thank you so much for the support recently on my channel. Hate asking for likes, but a like and a sub, it goes a long way. It's appreciated, boys. And yeah, keep grinding.